it's going to be kind of tough to follow up what we just saw on Double Dash, but we're here. We're with the new game, and this is the first major for Mario Kart World. I'm excited. Semifinal 1 coming up. This room is stacked. What are your thoughts on this room?
It has been absolutely mind-blowing to see the way this scene has progressed since we first began in 2023. My name is Boxie. I am not necessarily a community vet, but I have been working with the TOs for a while, at least where I can, to help out and make this a reality, and I've been given the privilege of casting today. So I'm very excited, looking forward to what we will see tonight.
And on that note, there are players with lots of different backgrounds here in this community. You have players in this upcoming semifinal like Cynical and Kasper who have been playing Mario Kart for years on end. You have players like Unkwn who have come up in the last couple of years and had between 8 Deluxe and now World, where Unkwn was at least top 10 USA at one point and is now playing on Team USA for the upcoming World Cup. And you have some players who got their origins in the collegiate scene like Ghost, Sales, and Zay. You have this wide backgrounds of all of these different players coming together for this event. It's what makes this community special.
Especially, it is very exciting to see that our local venue 404 has become a very large hotspot for the Mario Kart events recently. Especially considering we have so many people from across the states who have come here tonight to play some Mario Kart.
Absolutely, and
it's a testament to the power of gaming.
I almost feel jealous coming from the Midwest where everything is so spread out, seeing all the cool stuff that Georgia gets to put on, and even just in the Southeast area, everyone is within driving distance. It's so cool. It's so fun to just be a part of it now that I've gotten into the scene a little bit. But let's go ahead and introduce some of the rest of our players who are coming up in this semifinal. We mentioned Unkwn. Also, his gamertag full is Unkwn Intel. Currently plays on D2 in Elysium. As you mentioned, top 10 USA in Lounge. Also on Team USA for the upcoming World Cup. Cynical, also formerly a top Wii player, also is strong in 8 Deluxe. I think he currently plays D1 with Let Him Cook for Mario Kart World. Ghost, one of those players who came up through the collegiate scene, played for the University of Tennessee in the Collegiate Karting League. Now captains a Division II team called Elysium. We have some of his teammates here in the lobby. Sales, a former Day 3 world record holder on Bowser's Castle. We saw that in the quarterfinals. When he changed 4 first places in a row, he kept picking that track until he got it.
Absolutely.
Some of Ghost's other teammates in this lobby, Zay, a teammate on Elysium. Unkwn, also his teammate on Elysium. Zay was a very strong 8 Deluxe player, peaked in D7 with Burger Squad, now plays World with Elysium. And his collegiate teammate, Panda Master, actually overperformed his seed yesterday and made 8D finals, and he's doing it again today by making semifinals in World.
Incredible.
Generational run from Panda. Looking ahead at the rest of the scene, let's see. Kira used to play on Acrux when that team was alive. Also, Kira does play for the Florida International University, who were the world champions for Collegiate Karting League last season.
Right.
Jax had a ridiculous comeback in quarterfinals.
Incredible.
It was
just crazy to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous to watch. Sinic, an experienced player, top 8DX player, peaked really high in 8DX Lounge and currently plays on the Division II team GV.
Absolutely crushing it.
This event has been so
stacked.
Yeah,
It's literally so
I looked around in my quarterfinal lobby, and I thought that my room was tough because I had some of these players in my room, and I kind of accepted the fact that I was getting out. But looking at all of the other lobbies, none of the other lobbies were remotely they were remotely close. There was no weak lobby. All of them had strong players.
That's true. Well, I will say I absolutely got my butt handed to me on a diamond-encrusted silver platter in the quarterfinals. That was I feel so privileged to get my ass kicked by such talented players.
If I speak what happened to be in my quarterfinal, we're gonna have to take.
Oh, we all go to hell. We all go to hell and die instantly now.
Yeah. Well, no, we just I'll be thrown off the mic and we'll be replaced immediately.
Yeah.
The TOs were not like that. Speaking of TOs, one of the other players in our semifinal lobby is airhawkey player on Inflow. Also helped organize this whole venue.
Wonderful dude.
And again,
shout out to airhawkey. Shout out to the Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Midwest. It's 50 degrees outside, high. We're outside in shorts and T-shirts. Midwest power. But also, a huge shout out to 404 for letting us use their venue. It was a little crowded yesterday with 8D and we both being here, but there's more than enough space. We have the setups, the players are warming up, and I'm ready to get this going on. Last two players in this semifinal, we have Meryn, I think. He was a Koopa Troopa who won a very close tiebreaker at the semifinal against
exactly.
Stingray.
That was incredible.
I'm sorry, Stingray, to bring this back up, but I got to introduce every player, and this is what I got. And, of course,
that was a crazy finish.
Yeah, and just because he finished 6th and got in through a tiebreaker doesn't mean he's not a contender. Speaking of Kasper, 2nd place in 8DX. I believe he also placed on the podium in the Wii tournament that finished late last night, a longtime veteran of the scene.
Absolutely incredible work these past couple of days I've been seeing coming from.
Just the top-level talent that we have, like I mentioned, the top-level talent we have, not just from the Georgia area, but from all across the country. And I know there's a Canadian player who managed to come down, meet up with some of his friends.
Really?
And play in this event. Yes, that was bonkers. I believe he also just missed out, finishing 7th in his quarterfinal. But that's, again, no shame there. These quarterfinals have been really stacked, and these semifinals are going to be just as stacked. I mean, looking at this list, Unkwn should probably make it, but I don't even want to say that because there's so much talent in this room. Unkwn is a strong player. Cynical is a very strong player. Ghost and Sales and Zay are all very strong players. Sinic is also very strong, but then also Panda's been having a run. Kira's been performing very well. Made it to semifinals in Wii late last night. And again, shout out to the Wii players.
Absolutely.
They got done past 4 a.m., right? It was that late. And
right, I recall seeing something about this in the Discord, yeah.
And they got back up this morning and came out to play World.
I feel. Also, shout out to Mario Kart Wii fans. Sorry, I totally just dropped my hair tie.
This event has just been so much bigger because this was the largest Wii event ever, and
really,
partly in because one of the top Wii teams brought out a bunch of their players to come compete at this event, and I imagine that final room was stacked with them. I was tired. I was wiped, and I think...
You were here at 4 a.m. yesterday?
No, I left after 8D was over to get Waffle House at midnight, and then when I went back
If you're in the South, you have to, make a time slot for you gotta go to the Waffle
House we went... Okay, this was so... The Waffle House we went to felt like it was in the most Waffle House location because part of the parking lot was elevated up here, and the Waffle House was down here, and there was just a slope with a path that you had to hobble down to get to the Waffle House safely.
Yeah. Listen, they be putting Waffle Houses anywhere. Still the best food we'll have in the South. Next to, I don't know. If you've ever been out here on one of these, I remember after the MomoCon post local last year, and a big group of us just run up to a cookout. It is top tier dining down here.
The post local after MomoCon was so much fun. With
it was.
Band.
Oh my god.
One of a kind experience.
We don't have the clip of the conga line, but I show it to all of my friends because it's the stupidest shit ever. I love it so much.
I was there for that.
It was so incredible.
I think Luckyo took a video of it.
I have it. It's in the somewhere.
It's in the MomoCon Discord server somewhere.
It's somewhere on my Twitter.
Up for it, but the band was so much fun.
What were they called? Shout out to Video Game Alliance?
I think that's what they were called. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And also just the players also playing the post local. They knew it was a for fun event with a lot of high energy. You had players going on stupid combos. You had players just... There's a clip that circulates between the matches here of Ghost downing a beer right before hopping into Toad's Turnpike at the post local.
That is exactly... That encapsulates... For context, we had a post local at a big brewery / pizza place called Monday Night Garage, or was it Monday Night Brewery?
Garage sounds right.
Monday Night Garage. Shout out to Monday Night Garage. Shout out to Monday Night Brewery. That was absolutely the vibe. I think at the post local it was definitely finishing your beer before getting ready to go into the next match. I was not able to make it to that bracket, but it looked like such a blast.
How many drinks did I have before I played?
Oh my god.
I had one with dinner. I had a seltzer, I had an old-fashioned, and I had a 404 beer. So I think 4 drinks, and then I tied for 6th in my pool match.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate. I was supposed to be in the bracket I came like late because me and the group of friends that had been staying at one of the TO's Squishy's place, we kind of took too much time getting ready to leave, so we ended up getting there a little bit late, missed the bracket. But I will say, like, there was I don't know if I'm ready to tell the story. Okay, well, anyways, there was like a local. What the? Come on, man. There was a local at Monday Night Garage, and we were doing a kids bracket earlier in the day, and then we did the full local. And I remember like airhawkey and a couple of other people were there. Like I feel like actually expecting a real local, but it was only like it was like a bunch of kids and like I want to say like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 like. Like just like maybe like 5 or 6 like talented players and like kids like playing for fun, and ended up getting second.
Yeah.
Only next to air hockey. Shout out to air hockey.
You know, on a tangent to MomoCon, I believe top 6 at Southbound for World will get passes for MomoCon.
Oh,
They'll
absolutely.
get their day passes paid for, which I wish I could have done that, but I suck at this game. So.
Yeah, I was kind of gunning for it too. Now I have to figure out another solution.
Yeah, well,
to see what happens this year at MomoCon.
Legally, I didn't say this. Gambling. You can only lose 100% of what you put in. You can win way more than that.
You have a coin?
Actually, no. I think, well, maybe. Let me check my wallet.
Maybe. I flip a coin. If heads, I'm going gambling tonight. Oh, shit.
I do have a quarter. All right. You said
Oh,
heads.
fuck. Sorry.
Well.
Is that tails?
That is tails. I don't know. The camera's not really.
I'm financially saved.
There we go. Yeah, it's tails, so be
I'm
responsible with your money.
So lucky I don't have to go gambling. I feel like mandatory disclaimer, Georgia Mario Kart and US Mario Kart do not endorse gambling one bit. Don't do that. Bad for your money.
No.
Make investments.
Be responsible.
Don't do that either.
Don't do drugs.
Don't make it.
Don't drink alcohol.
Go get a job. Stay in school. Be successful.
No, like multiple people that may be watching right now that are just staring at the screen in complete confusion.
I'm looking at you, Jimmy. I know what you said.
Chat? Oh, yeah, chat. What's chat up to?
Jimmy, go get a job. Stay in school. Pay off your student loans. You can get a happy life, Jimmy. You don't have to gamble. I'm watching you, Jimmy. I'm cheering for you. We love you here, Jimmy.
I've ever been a part of. Oh, wait. Are we starting?
Just about. Looks like there's 11 players in the room. Last player should be joining here pretty shortly.
I'm finally getting things into gear.
Yeah.
Very excited to see what is ahead of us here. I wonder what course we'll start off of.
Yeah.
Looks like a couple of people are practicing for Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, a couple of people playing Bowser's Castle. Zay on DK Pass. Meryn on Shy Guy Bazaar.
Yes.
Not Shy Guy Falls. That's the wrong game.
That is a deluxe, unfortunately.
Yeah, Kasper is exploring on Salty Speedway. I'm impressed.
Those were like the big courses we hit in my bracket. Salty Speedway is definitely one of those more advanced courses that I struggle with shortcuts on, and it's so incredible to see the amount of people who have mastered even the new water physics in this game like down like pat.
It took me a while to get used to the water physics, but I'm really looking forward to this room. I don't know if it'll top what we saw in Double Dash. I don't know if it'll top some of the
Double
stuff
Dash
we've
was
seen
like
in AT
a
and World.
totally different experience. That was 1v1. I feel like that's the move. Like, that game is brutal.
That game might be better for like the item system in the 1v1 is atrocious.
Yeah,
some of the stuff you
bit.
can pull off, because like it's purely position based. There's no distance unlike the newer games. So being able to pull off some of the stuff that you could do, where I got a box in second. Now I'm holding gold and blue for the entire race.
Yeah.
Checkmate, shake my hand, go next.
That's it. That's definitely. I was having a conversation. I was speaking to Princess Brad earlier. about how I believe it was a Guy Fry match where he had just been in first place with like a golden shroom and a blue shell. Like, what are you going to do to catch up to somebody that's in first place that essentially has the best boost in the game and a heat-seeking missile? Like, definitely, it did feel almost that there was like a unique combatic aspect to it, which definitely amped up what was happening here on the scene at that moment. But we are returning to our traditional 12 bracket Mario Kart shenanigans, 12-person bracket. So we will see what kind of excitement is ahead of us.
Hoping that, of course, yes, last night we saw Cinda after the first GP just run away with that 8D lobby with Kasper in tow. But I'm kind of hoping that finals here is really competitive. There's a lot of really talented players here tonight. One player in the next semifinal that is absolutely one to keep an eye out for is Meryn, another player on Team USA. Very talented player. Was decently good at 8 Deluxe. Top of the world
exactly.
For Mario Kart World. Again, Team USA. I don't know how great Team USA is compared to the rest of the world, admittedly. I feel like in the World Cups, it's always Japan or France that won in 8D. World might be different.
Potentially, there was, especially leaving 8 Deluxe, I feel, there were a lot of people that were immediately drawn to World who saw a huge skill cap increase on what they can do in some of these races.
Yeah.
All good.
And the other thing with World is it takes a completely different skill set than any other Mario Kart game due to just how different it plays. Between the charge jumps, the parkour mechanics, and even the way the items interact with each other, it's not... There's similarities. Like, if you have good game sense at Mario Kart, you'll be good at Mario Kart World, but there's a lot of different things you have to learn for World, even directly comparing it to 8 Deluxe. A lot of the skill in 8 Deluxe comes from practicing soft drifts, delayed drifts, super bounces, and all the other tech that comes with 8 Deluxe. Whereas in World, it's a lot more about knowing where the alternate routes are that are faster, learning the charge jump strats, learning, for example, whistle top ending shortcuts, or whistle stop, or Cheap Cheap Falls Tarzan cut.
Yeah,
if you have just things like that. Every track has its own unique tech that you need to learn to fully take advantage of some of the things you could do on all of those tracks. Even a track like Desert Hills, which day one the community wrote off as a cringe bagger, has a lot of tech to it that kind of maybe makes it runnable.
It actually, I do agree with that. I mean, every time I dip my head out for like
got 12 in room. Semifinals getting ready to go underway for the first major of Mario Kart World.
I
Lebob,
can
Boxie.
hardly believe it.
Yes, I'm so excited. 12 players in room. We'll be getting started here very shortly. This is going to be a talent-packed semifinal room.
So excited.
It's gonna be a thriller of a match. Hoping that we can bring the hype to the match. You know?
Absolutely. I'll enjoy the quiet while I can get it, because soon this room will be completely different.
Yeah. It'll be like Double Dash all over again. You're gonna have
you know what?
people screaming, crowd roaring, potentially crash outs. It's Mario Kart.
A couple of those today, a couple of pop-offs too. It's been very interesting to see the heightened competitive spirit. This is such a
Absolutely.
landmark in the lifespan of Mario Kart World's competitive development.
And maybe this could be a watch out for who's the contender coming up at MomoCon in 4
Absolutely.
months from now, back down here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got some players I think that absolutely do have a shot at winning MomoCon in this lobby and in the other lobby too. There's so much talent, and this game is still young. It's not even a full year old, and we're still there's going to be more tech discovered before MomoCon.
And also yeah, absolutely. Like we barely, I feel like, opened the lid on the full potential of this game. I mean, maybe in a year we'll be looking back at this major, at the next Southbound even. Thinking, wow, so much has changed since then.
And it's really interesting to compare day one driving, month one driving, pre-patch driving to what we have now, because time goes on, new shortcuts are developed, people understand how the game works better so they can experiment with more things, and just over time, this happened in 8 Deluxe, especially after the Yoshi Teddy meta took back
100%.
over. It's almost like the game saw a whole revival.
It was like 2022, 2023 was a complete Mario Kart renaissance. We can attest a large portion of this community to the release of the Deluxe Pass for Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, but we are finally getting ready to get started. This is 12 races, no computers. It's a 12-player room.
Yep.
No repicks. We're not picking route tracks. If you want to go pick route tracks, Worldwides are your friend.
Yeah. There's a knockout tour right after.
Knockout
this.
tour is coming later tonight.
That is true.
There is open space. I'm probably going to hop in and get farmed, but I'm probably just going to play cow and have fun.
Absolutely.
Taking a look at some of the tracks picked immediately, Cynical in his comfort on Warrior Shipyard was apparent in my quarterfinal room. Airship Fortress is a popular track for either one or some spots in the mids, because you can get on those rails at the start. Bowser's Castle, powerful runner. Rainbow Road's a complete wild card. Shy Guy Bazaar is great to bump out first place. And
Looks
we're starting
like
on
it's going
Airship
to be
Fortress.
Incredible.
So 2 things to note about this track. First of all, there is a really powerful bill extension at the end of the track. If you activate your bill between the fire pillars, it will take you to the end of the spiral after the glider path.
All the way down.
The other thing, getting bumped off of rails is very easy in this game, and it's
100%.
devastating.
It's
We're going to
worst,
see some of it
especially
potentially here on the start of the track, as players even opting to stay off the rails to not take that risk. However, being on the rails is significantly faster. Sales immediately taking first place. No item. Has to be careful of the triple nanas behind him. His teammate Ghost and Unkwn. That's a fantastic pull from Ghost. And Cynical with a Ghost in pocket is set for this race. He's got 2 shrooms. He'll be able to take the ending cut here after the spiral, if he chooses to. Getting the triple shrooms ghosted by Ghost, not the end of the world. Cynical's going to get his shroom out, and he's going to be able to take first place here.
Dead heat at the front of the pack between, looks like Cynical, Ghost, and Sales for quite a moment there.
Yeah.
Moving on to the second lap. Looks like
Ghost has to
rail tech as well.
Ghost has to respect Cynical here. Holding a green shell in 1, if you hop on the rail behind Cynical, you are asking to get back.
100%.
So, however, because of how front run favored this track is, sometimes those back spots can pull some freaky items in cause a little bit of chaos.
Absolutely.
As mentioned, the bill is really strong, but so is the shock. This spiral section might also be the worst spot to get shocked. Ghost there getting bumped out. He's going to lose a lot of spots, as all the other players are going to be able to take that tight line.
This area will absolutely take that momentum from you.
Yep. Lap 3, I believe Cynical no longer in first place.
Looks like we've got Unkwn at a lead here, followed up by Cynical in second.
2 shrooms. Sales throwing the blue shell. Unkwn does have 2 mushrooms, so he will be able to not only dodge the blue shell, but in theory take the ending cut. You know, barring an unfortunate situation.
Very nice.
And Unkwn has a massive breakaway. Kira and Panda both using their bills into the extension to try and gain as many spots as possible. Sinic in second place, likely just going to hold this red shell to hold his position. Panda, it's Bill
Kasper
taking him up. He's got a mega after. He'll be able to mash this and potentially dodge a late shock. Panda going to comfortably get a 4th place to start it.
Well, Unkwn finishes in first.
Dominant front run from Unkwn on that lap 3, showing his prowess at this game.
Absolutely
Off kit rip. Panda coming in second place, Zay third, Jax 4, Sinic 5th, goes 6th. Reminder, only top 6 will move on to the finals. If there's a tie for 6th place, we will play a 1 versus 1 because, unfortunately, we cannot put 13 people in the bracket. I know the room supports it, but this is a 12-player event.
Yeah.
24-player events. We're slowly figuring those out. But yeah, again, strong start from Unkwn. He's likely going to pick his most comfortable runner. In that case, it is... He's alternating between Wario Stadium and Shy Bazaar. Locks in Wario Stadium. Panda second place. Great start for him if he can keep that up.
Let's take a look at these track options right here. Looks like it's... Wow.
Mario Circuits. Mario Circuit's an interesting track. It definitely benefits the back spots.
100%.
Because you have coins at the start. It's hard to get coins on this track unless you pull them, and getting shrooms is very powerful, especially for Section 3. And it's also kind of the dilemma for the player. Do you front run and pray that there's no shock and just try and outline the lobby, or do you bag and try and dodge the shock?
It's the eternal question of Mario Kart, really.
Yeah. It's just kind of the natural case of baggers. I think Mario Circuit is definitely a little bit more of a runnable bagger. Especially after this section right here. If we're going to see Cynical with 2 mushrooms, going to jump right into the front. Because mushroom number 1, and then time mushroom number 2. Unfortunate ghost, but honestly, it doesn't impact his position that much. Airhawkey in a fantastic position. After stealing those trip shrooms, he'll be able to take a lot of the ending cuts. Again, shock could still happen. Shock can only be pulled in the bottom 2 spots in a 12-player room, with 11th place being more likely.
So we'll see what happens.
Sales in a very comfortable position. Star Gold in 8th place, especially coming into this final section. Likely going to star into the off-road up ahead. Or no, Chain Star in the set here. Okay, he's holding it. Trying to predict a shock. It does not look like we have one in play. So it's going to be a game of chicken. Who's going to push for the front? Airhawkey read it out. Ghost streaming up. Late shock.
We could see it. Absolutely.
Yeah, Zay does hold shock. There's a lot of dodges. There's shock. Gets first place on the...
first place, we just watched Meryn slip from first to 9th. Final score, looks like Unkwn snagged first place once again.
Unkwn sitting on a perfect 30 after 2. Kira having a great rebound after a rough race 1.
Very impressive.
Again, Unkwn Jax establishing that early front presence in this room. We've got a lot of tension in the mid spots, though. Like, let's take a look at how close a lot of these mid spots are. There's currently a tie for 3rd place even. Oh, come on, Kira. The question panel is right there. Rewind, go grab it. I guess not. But
okay.
Again, very close room. There's currently a tie for 3rd place. And again, it's early, so anything can happen for the remaining 10 races.
Given that we're only on race 3 of 12, this entire billboard can be flipped, shuffled, and then flipped upside down.
Yeah. And again, generally, 90% of the time, the best players are going to win at this game just because they have practiced this game, they know how to drive.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you get that little bit of variance in that allows for these comebacks to happen and these unexpected stories, and that's what we're here for. Yeah, Sales and Panda currently tied for 3rd at 15. Zay and Sinic in a tie for 5th at 14, and there's currently a tie for 7th at 12th place. I didn't catch what 2 players. Wario Stadium, fantastic front run track if you can get ahead, and especially if you know all the shortcuts.
A large majority of players are choosing to go
Dangerous
for the
head bounce ghost,
here, which could yield unexpected results such as falling off the rails, so on and so forth.
These rails get really congested, but if you know how to take the strats at the front, you're going to be gone in the front.
Like
Jackson in fantastic position. This Ghost in second is really good. However, because he's not in first place, he cannot take this shortcut known as the Baylor shortcut, named after the player who discovered it. Unfortunate for Ghost to get back there. However, it is lap 1, and this track is a little bit comeback friendly, as Mushrooms do a lot, especially in the lap 3 when everyone is trying to make their push for the front. Baylor can get a little bit congested. Shroom makes it a lot easier to take.
Here's Meryn here.
Yeah.
Amazing rail tech here. Back to Sinic in 11. It looks like the pack is getting a little less congested as we saw at the start of the match. We are seeing a few players here rise directly to the front while the pack is shuffling towards the back as well.
That front two has really established itself away from the rest of the crowd. You have Unkwn in 1 and Zay in 2. Shock is in play. No, and Cynic goes out of bounds and loses the Shock. That's unfortunate. That was Cynic's ticket back into the pack, and now he's got to hope that he can pull something to get back in. Meryn pressuring Zay in 2. Not going to be able to take him out as Zay's defense. Meryn itemless in 3. Zay in second. Unkwn still running away in first. Dominating this lobby.
Incredible.
Bill dropping Ghost at the perfect time, getting an item behind this golden mushroom. Trip Shrooms is a fantastic pull, especially this close to the front. Unkwn, again, breaking away. Got to be careful of those triple greens from Zay. Trip Breath behind the double Shrooms. Ghost opting to take the safe line. He does not want to get backed by Zay on Baylor, and he knows that he can close this gap. Zay holding the red shell, thinking that maybe he can contest first place. Bomb in second. Ghost has got to be careful of this.
Oh, you have to respect that.
The early shroom
very
to get through
nice.
the cut. Perfect timing on that shroom. Ghost is going to come in second. It looks
Meanwhile,
like Zay is going to
Unkwn
hold on
got
to that third.
another first place. You're seeing an absolutely generational run from Unkwn right now.
Absolute masterclass. Again, top USA player for a reason. He's fast and he knows it. I was trying to talk to him yesterday. After ID, I said, hey, Unkwn, tomorrow, you're going to win this thing. And he said, nah, I don't think I'm going to. And I told him straight to his face, Unkwn, you are him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unkwn with a 20-point gap over second place. Second place is quite literally closer to last than first.
It is so insane to see what is happening right now.
However, looking at, again, look at the rest of these scores. 25, 24, 21, 20, 20, 19.
It's like there's like an individual pack forming behind the power vacuum.
Yeah. And if we draw the cutoff line right here at 6th place, again, we've got that tie at 20, but anyone is still in it. Hawkey off to a rough start could absolutely still make a comeback and get in. Meryn, rough start, has shown some flashes of potential.
Absolutely.
Having a great comeback on Wario Stadium, managing to grab a mid spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could be almost any person's game right now, but right now it's looking to be unknown. So we will see how this changes. If
we'll see.
It changes. Looks like we're going for Bowser's Castle. This is a very hot and, like, I want to say, like, technically savvy track.
It is. There are 2 big shortcuts that you need to know if you are going to front run this track. We're likely going to see both Ghost and Unkwn perform them flawlessly. Both these players have practiced this track. Sales might even make a comeback from 6th place. It's a little tricky. There are multiple methods to clear this first gap up ahead. Ghost and Unkwn are going for the charge jump method, where you release your charge jump right here and clear the gap. Ghost, unfortunately, getting bumped by a draft, taking out all of the players around him, and it's Meryn and Panda Master currently in top 2. That's the nature of this track. Second cut coming up here after Glider. You can take an inside wall right off to the right and cut off this entire turn.
Meanwhile, Meryn having an absolutely insane run in first place here.
Yeah, and this is the difference these shortcuts make. Meryn hit both shortcuts on lap 1. Nobody else did in the front, and Meryn's in first place and can't hold on to this,
it is
preventing
truly a staggering lead right now.
Zay, Ghost in second, very powerful
position. Could be very advantageous for Zay at this moment right now.
Likely going to hold this Ghost.
Nope.
Nope, opting to use it. Maybe
going for the first huge cut. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Yep,
oh, very nice.
Great detach on the wall to get that extra distance. Likely covering for an early shock. Unkwn pulling the blue shell, so it looks like Meryn's time in first place is going to be coming to an end unless he pulled a horn, and he is currently itemless. Unkwn getting redded off the track. He gets the blue out before he falls off. Because, again, falling off makes you lose your items. Zay, even this blue shell takes forever to get to first place. They might not even be in first after the blue. Can't chain that horn into set, unfortunately, because the blue shell would have been destroyed, and Zay wants to get first place. No shock in play yet. This is a set where it would be pulled. Unkwn currently...
Meryn nailed by that blue shell.
Yeah, and Zay, double protection in first place. Second is itemless right now. Sinic with triple reds, taking out Meryn.
Second place.
What's he going to get here? This is a common shock spot. It's not in play. 2 bills, though. 3 bills.
Perfect.
Oh, and he misses it.
I
So Zay is going to be gone in 1. Sales
right.
in 2, Cynical in 3. Trip red. Sales is going to be taken out. It's Cynical with 2 reds behind Zay in first place. Currently with 1 defense and another blue shell. Cynical is in prime position to take over first place. Zay cannot drop in time. Oh, wait, he's getting redded, and he's off the cut.
Oh, my goodness.
Zay falling off the track not to take the blue explosion. Who took over the Biddy?
Jax
But I
is
think
in
that's
first.
Ghost. That's Ghost in 1. Sales needs mushrooms. Mega by Sinic. Gets a feather. That's not going to be enough. He's fighting for first. Jax taking over first. Panda fighting for the end. He's got a bomb and he falls off the track. Sinic read it on the line and loses.
Oh my
the late shot.
It's Jax.
Oh my goodness. What an ending. Ghost salvaging a 4th place off of that. Hockey getting stuck. Unkwn managing to climb back up to 5th place.
Absolutely.
Dropping his perfect streak, but he's
Still in first place.
he is still 30 points ahead of potential elimination. What a hectic ending to that.
It was so intense I could barely speak.
That late shock, I didn't see who had it.
Yeah, me
whoever
neither.
used it probably gained about 5 spots on the line.
That sounds very accurate.
That's also such a devastating spot to get shocked because the faster path on the exit is to not take the glider, and if you take the glider, you risk getting shocked over the gap.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
especially on a course like Bowser's Castle that has so many parkour segments that you are flipping off the geometry of the level and back on over and over again to maximize your speed there. The big question that entire match is, where is Shock and why hasn't it shown up? So for that to be answered in such a fashion as literally end of the match, that's 100% what I'm here for. Looks like we're off to Dino Jungle.
which is a little different than the GameCube version.
Oh,
Not only
it's
for the
very
updated
much
graphics, but because there's more than one dinosaur. Instead of Dino Jungle, it's Dino Jungle. I think there's 5.
What do you know the different dinosaurs in this level?
Well, there's the one you can drive on. There's like 2 or 3 different T-Rexes, and there's a Stegosaurus.
What is it? 2 or 3 different T-Rexes?
Yeah,
I thought it's like all the same one guy.
No, there's one that you see. Oh, hey, look, there's another dinosaur.
Oh,
and a
that's
T-Rex
true.
off to the side.
There's the rail dinosaur?
Yes, you can drive on the back of this dinosaur. I believe it's the fastest route.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, even though that was not what that is at all. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so many paleontologists in my DMs afterwards trying to.
So something about Dino Jungle is Shock ends up being very powerful because of that massive shroom cut we just saw players take. If you dodge the Shock on lap 3, you likely can take that cut. No one else around you can. It's a very potent bagger in 66. In individual play, it ends up being a little bit different because you can't just suicide to pull a Shock for your team because you still have to win the race after. We might not see as much distance. Zay currently in 12th place. Star Bill is a good pull, likely going to chain the star into the set here. Jax, this golden will take him across the cut into the front. That's Unkwn with a breakaway in first place already.
My goodness.
Kira fighting for 3rd. Sinic in the back. Pulls a bill. Not the best on this track, but still pretty good. Zay billing up to close distance. Panda Master with 2 shrooms and a dodge in 8th place. You want to dodge for this part of the track because Shock is, if it's going to be pulled, not in play yet. Meryn coming in last. Jax in the back.
It's like Jax is pulling for some better items and maybe a good boost into a higher position.
Currently shockless. Panda Master likely going to activate his Mega right here.
Kasper bumped off the Railosaurus Rex by Jax's bullet here. Looks like he's taking the golden shroom he got with the bullet.
There's a late shock.
Shock.
Kasper,
oh my God.
I think Kasper pulled it, but he dodged a couple players. Most players were out of their dodges though, so these back players will end up closing the gap. Unkwn clearing
like
another first place.
With another first place finish. I cannot believe what is happening, but it is happening at Southbound tonight.
Yeah, this is Unknown's lobby, and he's making the rest of it known. Like the rest of them know.
The whole venue is his right now in this moment.
Zay and Jax trying to establish himself in the 2-3 positions with those 48 and 45 respectively.
Yep.
4 through 9, still anyone's game. Even Meryn and Kasper still in it. Hockey needs to have a couple good races here to close that gap.
Absolutely.
But it's early. That was race 5. there's still 7 more races to go, and as anyone who's played Emogi before knows, it's not over until it's over.
It's not.
The big thing for these mid spots right now is you have to pick your comfort track. Got to pick a track you know that you can drive well, and believe that you can drive better than enough other people to get a good spot. If that comfort track is a bagger, run it. Who cares?
Especially if our players have less time to practice than more experienced players. Having a comfort track that you are good at will absolutely, it still means that you can be in the running, especially if it's popular and hasn't been picked yet. For many, Shy Guy Bazaar is a comfort track because the cuts are very fun to learn from my experience.
Yeah.
Hard to pull off in practice, like we saw in a few of our quarterfinals matches earlier, but still.
There is some really crazy rail tech we're going to see here at the start of this track.
Not even you can get it coming straight out of the start.
Yeah, this always is a bit chaotic in any format.
Yes, absolutely. It looks like
something like that can happen.
Could not make it.
Eyes on Sinic. He might be going for some of the. Sinic's going for that fast rail strat, and he doesn't
could not make it.
That's unfortunate. Unkwn, of course, getting the rail strats and moving away, breaking away from the pack in the first place. You can already see it. Like, look at his breakaway on the mini-map. It's half a lap, and he's got a noticeable gap between him and Zay.
It's so insane. Going for the left ropes there.
Cynical with the Ghost in 5, probably going to just use this to get through the cut. Still a really great pull to have. You're going to have at least 3 shrooms.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. It is... they're getting on the rails like crazy right now. It is a battle.
It is Unkwn gone in first place. Kira, Cynical jostling for position in 2 and 3. Neither of them going for the turn skip this time around. Looks like there are some swoops in the mid pack. Jax with a Bill in 6th place, opting to use it here, potentially covering for that early shock. Maybe just trying to close that distance between 1 and 2. Airhawkey making his way to the front as well. He needs that to get back into this.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Jax has got to be careful around Cynical's greens there. Airhawkey does get bumped out. Unfortunate bomb, but the Bill in 9th is really good.
That will definitely help in the long run. Looks like Meryn gets stuck on the geometry. They're able to go for the rails there.
Yeah.
Bill at this section, mess up at the front right now.
Bill in this section is absolutely absurd because you can make it take the rails, and if you get hit by a Bill on a rail, you get hit out. Like targeted out.
Oh, there's the shock. Oh my gosh, let's see who survived. Looks like Panda Master got the shock dodge with Star.
With a golden, Panda's in a fantastic position.
Yeah,
no one behind him.
Literally anybody's game.
Yeah, no one directly behind Panda Master is going to have anything to threaten him. Opting to golden up a little early. Probably needs another shroom here to take the ending cut. Does he get it?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he does. Securing that 5th place. Great job from Panda Master there.
Incredible.
It's like Bubba said, the great players pull exactly what they need at the right time.
Exactly.
He got his golden ghosted. Doesn't matter. He manifested that shroom in his inventory.
Yeah. That was really all he needed, especially in the final part of the final lap.
And Panda, with that race, pushes himself right back into that 7th spot. He's right there on the verge of competing for finals in both games of 8 Deluxe and World.
It's... really, I feel like everybody here has the same relative level of skill. That's what's so impressive to me, is that there's, besides from last and first place, the variance, any number of wins here could contribute to, I want to say, any amount of placements.
Okay.
But
I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Bold prediction, I know, and I quite literally do not think it's possible for me to caster curse this. I'm going to say that Unkwn is probably a lock right now for finals. At 83 points after, at worst, he's finishing with 89, which is probably still above 7th place. Dandelion depths the course selection.
Oh, we'll see.
Let's keep a close eye on a lot of these mid spots from Cynical down through Kira. Anything could happen in the back 6. Jax and Zay, again, creating that little bit of separation. They have that 20-ish point cushion between the void of not making finals and getting in.
Still absolutely the top 3 of this podium, but it is 100% worth it to see what is happening in the back, because that is where waves are being made.
Unfortunately, Cynical getting trailed out immediately. Triple items in this game are a little bit devastating, but it just happens. Sinic backing Jax, establishing that front presence immediately.
Jax maybe needs to slow down for a second, get a better roll on those items before moving ahead forward. Sinic still in first place, although it looks to be very close between Sinic, Unkwn, and airhawkey right now.
Yeah. Unkwn in second. I wonder if he's going to try and use this feather to take the shortcut here at the end of the track. airhawkey in third. I didn't see in the back camp. Doesn't look like airhawkey has anything right now to threaten Unkwn. Unkwn opting just to hold this feather. Oh, he does have a red. Unkwn forced to burn the feather.
Timing.
But Horn, is he going to use it? He opts
Could
to
be
hold
a very
it for
effective
defense.
spot, but it looks like that moment has passed.
Yeah. I think opting to hold it for defense is the correct play here. You don't know what the people behind you are going to play, and having this horn forces the players to respect you.
That's
going to use this fire probably to try and close the gap. Yep. Managed to hit out Meryn, unfortunately. Does have the shrooms. Unkwn getting blasted by that coin shell. Again, it doesn't really matter what Unkwn does from here on out. He's probably in. It's everyone else fighting for the remaining 5 spots. Sales, Shroom Mega. Oh my god, that bomb.
Oh my goodness.
This is a fantastic spot for Sales. Having a Shroom into a dodge, going into lap 3. Shock is currently not in play, but it could be pulled right here as last place just entered the set. Cynical in a great spot. Sinic also not that bad off. Horn in 3, opting to hold it. You got to imagine that mid-pack players have those certain things in mind. So like who they're going for. Oh, build extension and shock in hand for Kira. Who is going to dodge this shock?
Looks like Unknown's trying to pull ahead back from formerly 10th place, now 8th. Looks like he's going
Kira slowing down.
Instantaneously.
3, I was going to
gets
say
the
3,
shock dodge.
I was going to say.
This can't be happening.
Those players in the back probably noticed that Sinic was slowing down, likely predicting that he had shock.
Exactly.
I was about to count down 3, 2, 1, activate, because I knew he was going to chain that into set. Bill coming up. Who is it? That is Meryn in 7th place. What does he have after the Bill? Boomerang, unfortunately not going to be able to take that Shroom Cup, maybe going to salvage a position. Kasper jumping over the Boomerang. Sales, Shrooming up,
Sales.
avoiding the reds. Hit on the line is Ghost. Sales getting a solid 3rd place. His campaign is on the ropes. He was in 8th place going into this race. That 3rd place will help to establish his position back in the top half.
Meanwhile, Cynical in 1st place, getting a huge point total boost. Looks like there's a tie for 5th place right now. Wow.
All of that happened because Ghost got redded out of 3rd place and finished 9th on the line. That's his own player that did it to him. Mm-hmm. He's not going to hear the end of it after this.
Oh, man. Thoughts and prayers.
But, like you said, Cynical with that 1st place, huge for him.
Absolutely.
And we can maybe start to pencil in those 2, 3, 4 spots. Not in any particular order, but all those 60-point players are in a more comfortable position. They have what I like to think of as a one-race cushion. You can have one bad race where nothing goes your way, and you will still be in a qualifying spot, but you can't really afford any more mistakes than that. Everyone else, it's do or die. Every point matters.
At the point that we have reached, absolutely, I agree with you, 100%. Nobody can afford any mistakes here. Looks like it's going to be Dry Bones Burnout for our next match. This is one of my favorite courses in Mario Kart World. I'm excited to see how our players handle this.
It's a very aesthetically pleasing track. I like how the lava contrasts like all of the whites from the bones and the road, and even the darks that the road has. The lava is just the perfect color.
Especially under the areas inside of the large ribcage looking feature, you can see that the tones of blue specifically balance out the tones of orange and red coming down from the bottom. And these colors complement each other throughout the course. What also complements each other through the course is our players who are currently in a dead heat pack going for this rail shortcut after this glider section.
That rail cut is a bit risky in the pack because getting bumped off of that rail is devastating.
What
a trail.
Oh my gosh.
And Sales does get to hold on to his bomb because trails in this game are slightly different than they were in 8th Deluxe.
Sales taking the side cut.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways you can take the sending section depending on what you have in your inventory. If you're itemless, what Sales did is, almost with the bomb.
Yep.
I like the aggressive play. Sales knows he needs the points to stay in this
Exactly.
space. Trip Shrooms is a great pull. If you notice, there's a lot of open lava at the end of this track, which means a lot of shortcuts. Sales would really like to pull a Ghost here. Is he the better player? Unfortunately, no, although 4 Shrooms is still a great pull.
Oh, an amazing position to be in, especially with all of the pressure on these basically mandatory rail sections, or not mandatory, but high value. It is a very clean opportunity.
Cynical is in first place right now. However, Kira holding the blue shell, likely going to use it after his shrooms.
Kira hitting all of the lava cuts here.
Yep.
Getting the best line for that ending section as well as possible. And
blue shell is out. Cynical tries to drop. Unfortunately, not enough. He will be able to stop on set. Pulls a ghost, which is it's really handy at this section because what?
Meryn's in first place with a star.
You're right, and that's exactly what he needs.
This is going to be so crazy. Have we seen Shock yet? I don't think we have.
Shock's not in play. None of the players currently have it. Meryn, this is his race to win.
It looks like it.
It
exactly what we've been talking about. We are going to see potentially another win that shakes up waves here.
Yeah, activating star, Meryn should be able to take both final cuts with ease. Has more than enough distance to close up. Sales will probably, no late shock, will secure that second place.
Looks like it's it.
Cynical coming in with that mid spot, I believe, after getting blued. Looks like he finished 4th, airhawkey in 6th. Needs that to try and get back in. Unknown in 5th place, but again, most of his points are just a formality at this point. 103 after 8 is an insane pace.
That is it. This is so. We were right, or I want to say you were right. Your call was absolutely correct. I feel like that's guaranteed. Anything here it literally could be anything. We just saw Meryn after a few matches of incredible gameplay, but maybe not so good luck, after falling into the back of the pack for a few races in a row, take home his first win as well.
Getting that first place was absolutely huge for Meryn because that puts him right back in the mix for those top 6 spots. He's 2 points out. Sales has got a little bit of distance. Jax, again, still that 1 race cushion for Jax and Cynical. Zay almost with a 2 race cushion at this point. But Sales, Panda, Sinic, and Meryn are all going to be fighting for those 5 and 6 spots.
Oh, looks like it's DK Pass next.
Meryn, of course, with the victory on this track in his tiebreaker. We'll see if he can carry that over here. Again, that mid-pack right there, they've noted down each other's names. They know who they need to beat going forward. It's up to the players themselves to stay composed and focus up because the only thing that they need to do is drive. Let's see. Sales, Cynical, bumping each other 1-2. Both of them are going to go for the cut, and both of them are going to get it.
A large majority of the
cut by
pack
Meryn.
Cut. Very incredible. We'll see if Meryn can keep this momentum.
Not quite the right alignment coming out.
That is understandable.
Yeah. Just not quite the good alignment coming out of the cut. Sales, of course, taking the tree cuts. Sinic, Ghost. Oh my goodness, he pulled that in 2.
Oh, wow. Is he going to go for the Ghost here? No, it doesn't look like it.
Likely going to hold this for the cut since maybe stealing shrooms from someone in front of him.
So Sales about to get pinned by this blue shell here with absolutely no protection.
Early blue shell, a little bit uncommon, not entirely impossible. A bit unfortunate for Sales. However, it's only lap 1. He'll have plenty of opportunities to come back. Cynic, 2 shrooms in 2, 3 shrooms in 2. Fantastic position. He does know that he can't really contest the triple bananas in front of him. Zay with a mega in 3rd.
Ooh, this could be very interesting.
It does depend on what he pulls behind it because Omega will help him through a couple shortcuts, but if he pulls something really good behind it, this could be race winning. Meryn's protection getting ghosted will take doubles. The Mushroom will be able to take that final cut as he pleases. Unfortunately, Zay will get hit out there, likely holding on to his Mega. Meryn opting to burn his Shroom before set, pulls another one. Better player alert. Dodges the fire, Ghost gets hit out, and Meryn is in 1 with Ice. Probably going to back this before cut to try and get a little bit more space.
Behind her might be the move here.
Yeah, I back this Ice right before cut right here to try and deter some of these players off.
Kasper pulling up very close here.
So are there like 4 reds behind Meryn right now?
Let me see if I can take.
Because Ghost has 3, and I think Unkwn.
No, but it's a gold shell behind Meryn.
Unkwn, that is not the place.
Especially hitting these trees with such accuracy.
Oh my God!
In with a green shell, you'll never believe it, but it's Unkwn.
Cynical
scoring their way into first place. Knocked back a little bit. Here's Shock.
Cynical, I didn't see what he had behind Shock. Is he going to take first place? Yes, he has a golden. Cynical's
like
going to shroom up and take
one.
one.
Oh, no, my goodness gracious, that was so close.
Wow, I saw it right before the screen panned away. Cynical had Bill Shock. Of course, the players behind Cynical also benefit from the Shock since they don't get affected by it. Sales with a rough race, so is Panda. Meryn, not that great. Sinic with a good race, goes with a fantastic race. And again, 5 through 10, just 7 points separate them as we get into the final few races.
It is so insane how close this pack is. Like we are seeing single-digit amounts of separation through these scores here.
That first place from Cynical, almost. It's not impossible, but basically locks him into the finals right now. Zay and Jax are almost there. They probably need one more good race.
Yes.
It's, again, you have Sinic, Sales, Ghost, Panda, Meryn, Kira. Those 6 players, they're all taking note. Who's around them? This is who I'm targeting. So, we'll see.
Yep.
Again, anything can happen on these final 3 races, and those are the players to watch. Acorn Heights.
Okay.
I know there's some players in the other semifinals who have very good times on this track.
Exactly, yeah.
In this semifinal, I'm trying to think. I know Unkwn likes this track. I don't know that I've seen many other players pick this. Regardless, this is going to be a tight finish.
Exactly.
And with how the end of Acorn Heights often plays out between the NISC or no item shortcut and just kind of the ending section as a whole, a lot can happen. That is an insane place to pull a shroom for Ghost, by the way. I thought he was in first place when he hit that box. Triple Nana is going to trap this rail.
Yep,
yes, and to get a little bit of distance.
Let's see if we can get this cut here.
Yep, bounces
Quite
off the rail.
Quite a few of us
yes.
making it through.
Ghost managing to get it shroomless, which is really important because it means he can keep all of his items. And knowing how to do that in first place is important. Unkwn going to take someone out, falling off himself. Jax all of a sudden finding himself in first place.
With a star, no less. He is in an absolutely amazing defensive position.
Meryn in a great position.
Before he gets
Unfortunately, he's got to burn that star now.
Yeah,
that is not the place he wants to use that star.
Still, Meryn is in a decent position with the super horn.
Oh, Ghost also had the horn.
Corrected.
Ghost bouncing off
going
the pole
for the amazing cut there, shroomless. Looks like a few of us are going to hit it with our items as well. Yeah. Unkwn starting off their golden shroom rampage.
Sales pulled 1/2 of the Mr. Beast combo, no gold shell behind it. Cynical was shock in 6. That's a really high shock, and he changes it in
my
set.
gosh.
Everyone in front of him gets out.
Oh, okay, insane.
Cynical, unfortunately, hit by a ground item right after set and comboed, falling to the back. Sales in third. Red Shell taking out Ghost. He tries to feather it, which is not going to be enough to save it.
Looks like it, no.
Kamek Orb out might affect Zay away in first place.
Oh,
Jackson 3, Sales 4. This is tight. This could depend. Like, this race could be big. Wiggler alert on the track.
It's like a few of us hitting the shroomless cut there.
Both hit the NISC. One more throw of hammers left.
Final
Sales
lap, we're down to the flower
out.
rails. We will see what happens. But it looks like you know who is taking first again.
Sales and Zay and Unkwn in 1-2. Panda, Sales 5-6.
Got this semifinal on lockdown.
Kasper with an unfortunate 12th place finish. Let's see who took some of those other mid spots. I didn't see who finished in 3 and 4. That's Meryn in 4, Panda in 5. There's a tie. I believe Sales.
Tie for 4th place, if I believe correctly.
That is a tie for 7th.
Oh my god.
Wow. The players are fired up after that one. You can hear it through our headphones. Let's see. Sales 63, Sinic 62, Meryn 61, Panda 61, Ghost 59. That is a 4-point difference between 5 and 9, and only 2 of them can move on. Kira is not out of it yet, but might need a little bit of luck.
This is the I want to say maybe the most locked in I've ever seen a few of these players, especially right now.
We can also officially welcome Zay into the finals of Southbound, as with 2 races left, 7th place cannot gain 28, can only gain 28 points, which is not enough to pass him up.
Doesn't look like it, no.
So Zay is officially in the finals. Cynical is almost completely locked in. And who the heck? This is Kasper. I think Kasper is officially eliminated and is just opting to have a little bit of fun. Whistle
Looks
Stop
like it is
Summit.
going to be Whistle Stop Summit here.
This is one of Ghost's favorite tracks, and it's really good from the mid spots because you can get early access to the rails. And if you know how to take all of the cuts,
It is quite literally one of the, if you have the tech down, this can be one of the smoothest course. Looks like a lot of us are going to opt here to go in for this first initial cut, although we cannot exactly get the wall ride there.
Ghost,
looks like Ghost
yeah.
is pulling up from 12th place, off to a strong start, unfortunately could not keep that lead.
Yeah. It's okay, it's early. Pandamaster, how did he get that double?
That was
feather.
incredible.
Yep,
Looks like he's taking the cut here with the feather.
Yeah, that's a great feather pull, because now all of a sudden
aligning towards this right rail right here.
It is possible to take that cut itemless. Will Panda hit the Nisk in one?
True. No, is he gonna? Oh, okay.
Not
Doesn't
quite.
exactly pan out well for everybody. That's a very hard cut to do.
It doesn't look like anyone in the front got it, so Pandamaster will still retain his front presence. No longer in one. No, never mind. Still in one. Pandamaster is one of those players to watch out for. He is still in contention. Sales 5, Ghost 6.
Yep.
Or sorry, other way around. Ghost 5, Sales 6. Star in pocket for Ghost. Good position, especially in fourth. Has to watch out for some backs from Unkwn. Unkwn, again, he has nothing to play for except his own pride here. And, you know, to take names.
Exactly.
Great shortcut from Ghost.
Incredible.
Gotta watch the greens.
Oh,
and
you
gets hit.
cannot avoid the greens. But the
That blue
star
shell
here will remove a lot of the congestion. If they can keep it, they cannot. They fall off and they lose the star.
Yeah, unfortunately, trailed twice by the same set of trip bananas. Not great for Ghost. Can still make a comeback.
Pandamaster right here, pulling up.
Yeah, Kira into triple reds behind Meryn in one. Kira's in the mix. He needs this race to be really good for him. Meryn, I believe, cannot defend himself from 3 red shells.
No,
red shell number 1 takes out Meryn, 2
2
and 3
Second
to chain.
Come out.
What's he going to get? A 4th red shell.
Oh
Meryn
my
only
gosh, the
is
pain never ends
powerless.
for Meryn today.
Sales hitting the shortcut with the mushrooms to recover. Has to respect the red shell and the triple nanas. Triple
That
nanas get
triple
ghosted.
nana's
Kira's
gone.
defenseless. Kira opting to play it safe, pulls a mushroom. Sinic shrimming up in front.
Sinic,
Who's going for the? Sinic is going
Looks like
to get one.
Sinic's going to go for it here. So does Kira.
Yeah, okay, Cynic 1, Sales 2. Those are 2 massive races for 2 players in the mix.
Exactly.
Pandamaster, unfortunately, getting a rough race.
Absolutely
finishing 11th.
sensational finish.
Yeah, let's see. Cynic 1, Kira 2, Sales 3. Those are 3 players who are right in the mix. Unfortunately, Ghost with a rough race might need a miracle to move on. Cynic and Sales separating
Moving
themselves
up
from
the
the
ranks
pack.
along with Meryn. It really could be anybody's game here.
Okay, with 1 race to go, the maximum point shift we can get is 14 points. Panda and Ghost are technically still alive, but they would have to get first, and both Cynic and Sales would have to collapse.
100%.
It's not over yet, but it's not looking likely for the UT crew. That 5 through 8 race is still anyone's game. Of course, Kira and Sinic in the driver's seat here.
Exactly.
All they need to do is drive well, picking comfort track. There are 3 rainbow roads on my screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of rainbow roads. Wow,
and we're
looks
gonna
like
get
that's
one
it.
of them.
Okay, very exciting to see what goes down here.
Well, to everyone tuned in, sit back, grab something to drink, because we're going to be here for 5 minutes. But don't miss it, because at the end of these 5 minutes, we're going to determine who moves on. Cynic and Sales currently holding the prime positions with 77 and 73 points. They are not safe, however. The length of this track means that basically anything can happen. However, knowing how to drive this track does greatly benefit the driver. Yes, the floor is indeed made of floor.
No, I definitely agree that these guys will need to go fast in order to win.
Ghost, come on, man. You gotta play nice, dude.
Oh.
Okay. Meryn knows he needs a good race. At this point, even if I'm in one of those positions where I'm in the 7-8 spots, I'm full sending it. I know I need to get to the front, and if I don't get to the front, my race is over, or my event is over.
Exactly.
Cynic in the back. Again, it's Section 1 Rainbow Road. It doesn't really matter too much. Kira 5, Jackson 4. Let's see. Who are some of those other players?
Looks like Unkwn
Sales
is in first again.
Shocker.
Yep.
Sales currently stuck in the back. Kasper,
second place coming up on Unkwn here.
Yeah,
they all hit the cut, but it is a dead heat for first place between Unknown's A and Kasper here.
I think Unkwn is going to get a little bit of a breakaway with 4 shrooms in first.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but 4 shrooms in first
Especially
sounds like
on Section 2 of Rainbow Road, a lot of these parts will get you more speed if you just avoid the water and use your shrooms smartly where you can. Looks like we are seeing a demonstration of that from Unkwn as we speak. They have taken 2 shroom cuts.
Yeah, and Unkwn with a breakaway already in first place, again, asserting dominance. Meryn, fighting for those mid spots, needs a little bit of help from the pack. Cynical getting redded out by airhawkey. That's not a bad pull. That helps close some of the gap. In 6th place, I might try and use this golden before the next glider section, or maybe during the glider section, because you want to be able to get some attack items. Yes.
Yep, especially through those coins before anybody else can snag them up going into the next session of Rainbow Radiator. Will definitely do well to help them in the long run. Meanwhile, we're seeing Ghost with an interesting spot in 8th place.
That's not a bad spot to be in if he can predict when the shock is going to happen. Currently not in play. Jack's holding a blooper.
Yeah, well...
Get ready to activate blooper.
Maybe.
But no, Ghost, again, needs to push to the front, and Unkwn is running a little bit away. It's not unthinkable that he could catch up. Sail's in a great position. Going to fire up Kasper, take into that 2nd place. There's Meryn trying to make his push to the front, and nice Meryn is making his case to move on. Meryn trying to get some distance, trying to hit out Sails. He knows what he needs to do. Oh, unfortunately, redded. And the coin in second.
For their troubles, they are awarded a coin.
Here, another one of those players that needs the race to go his way. Moving up to 3rd, Kasper holding shock in 12th. Likely going to use it after this glider section because he knows he has nothing to play for. However, he can screw over someone else.
This is true.
Who has targeted Kasper too much to Smogi?
Okay, moving into this final section here. A lot of key players here are making their argument to bring home the top 6 qualifier.
Shock in play. Okay, can Ghost predict when shock is going to happen?
Shock is in play. By Kasper, no less.
Sa, he, each, activate. He didn't use it.
No, he didn't. We'll see what happens.
There it is.
There it goes.
He waited for Ghost to get out of dodge. Cynical dodging in a build doesn't really affect anything. Sails is in the back. Ghost in 3rd. Where is Meryn? Meryn currently stuck in the middle at 6th place. Not out of it because one of the 2 players he needs to beat is currently stuck in the back. If Meryn can make a push to the front,
can make it come back
that's
here.
A great pull for Sails. That might save us. That might save him.
Absolutely get him somewhere here.
All right, we're going to see these players. Sails building up. He knows he needs to close this.
Absolutely pushing himself forward here. Looks like a few of us. That long.
Yeah, there's a shortcut there that you can do shroomless, where you can trick off the side of the wall. Ghost in 2nd. He needs to try and take out Jax with this Nana. 1 shot, 1 opportunity. Ghost for his chance at the finals. Hail Mary. He's not going to take it.
Hail Mary from Ghost playing it safe, but he can still mess up the people in the back. Let's see what happens here.
There's a lot of Nanas on glider. Sails in 3rd, likely securing his spot. Where did Sinic finish? That's the other important one. Sinic finishing 9th.
Meryn finishing 7th.
That is not going to be enough for Meryn. It looks like Sails and Sinic are going to be your final 2 finalists. Unkwn with the 141. Yep. Cynical 105, Zay 103, Jax 97, Sails 83, and Sinic 81. Those are your finalists. Congratulations to those 6 for moving on, and good games to everyone else. You made it this far.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for coming to Southbound. Thank you so much for having me casting with you today, man.
And this was such a stacked land. You can't even be that upset with how you performed. Panda had it was in the mix. Like, even all these players that just missed out, sure, not making finals is a bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, this was no easy feat for any of these players. It doesn't matter who you are. This room was tough.
We saw so many players absolutely lock in tonight. It has been nothing less than a privilege seeing, especially in those first few matches, we didn't know anything. All we knew was that Unkwn was absolutely dominating those first matches and honestly continued to dominate the rest of the game. But seeing the middle ranks, the rest of the, out of the top 3, watching the top 6 slowly amalgamate and shift, and watch all of these players in the mid pack making these names and stories for themselves.
And the thing is, if you replay that event again, there's no telling that the same players get in.
No,
however,
absolutely not.
You get 1 shot, 1 opportunity. Congratulations again. Unkwn, Cynical, Sails, Jax, Sinic, and Zay for being your finalists from the first semifinal. Be sure to stay tuned because the second semifinal is coming up in just a bit.